Loving someone who is avoidant is like chasing a shadow. They seem close, but the more you try to get closer, the further they move away. That love leaves you caught between hope and disappointment, wondering, do they really care? Is there a chance they will come back? But sometimes the answer is clear through the small signs that you may accidentally overlook. In today's video, I will share with you 10 important signs to recognize when an avoidant person has decisively chosen to leave your life. These signs will not only help you better understand their mindset, but also help you realize if you are stuck in a cycle of pointless hope. My insights are not just lessons on how to identify someone who no longer wants to stay, but also an opportunity for you to focus on healing and rebuilding your life. Don't miss a single moment because I will help you understand those seemingly harmless behaviors that actually carry a clear message. It's over. Remember, you deserve to be loved properly and to receive the respect of someone who is ready to be by your side. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Let's begin right now. Sign 1. They don't set change even after you have implemented the no contact rule. You've tried applying the no contact rule for at least 3 months, the necessary amount of time for both of you to reflect and reassess the relationship. However, when you reach out again, they remain distant, avoidant, or even refuse to continue any contact. This may break your heart, but it's also a clear signal they've chosen to move on without you. Their lack of response or change indicates that they may have closed off their feelings for you, and the relationship is no longer a priority in their life. However, this is not a judgment of your worth, but a reminder that you deserve someone who is willing to invest time and effort into the relationship. That said, silence doesn't always mean the end. Some people need more time to confront their feelings, so don't lose hope. Continue watching for the next signs to gain a clearer understanding of your situation. You may find the answer or a more suitable solution for yourself. Sign 2. They have blocked you on all communication platforms. When an avoidant person blocks you on the phone, social media, or any other form of communication, this is not just an ordinary act of avoidance. It is a powerful signal that they want to completely cut off all connection with you. Avoidant individuals often feel overwhelmed when faced with deep emotions or when the pressure from a relationship becomes too great for them to handle. Blocking you usually doesn't come from hatred or malice, but rather as a defense mechanism. They may feel that continuing contact only adds to their stress or forces them to confront emotions they are trying to avoid. This shows that they are trying to protect themselves by creating total emotional distance. But does this truly signify the end? Not necessarily. Sometimes blocking you is just their way of creating space to process and manage their own emotions. However, you need to understand that if this behavior continues for months without any sign that they plan to lift the distance, the chance of reconciliation is very low. So, what else proves they've given up on you? Sign 3. They are in a new, serious relationship. One undeniable sign that an avoidant person has truly moved on is when they are building a new, stable, and serious relationship. This is not just a rebound or a temporary connection to get over the pain of a breakup. On the contrary, this relationship usually involves deep emotional investment, evident through frequent outings, publicly sharing pictures on social media, or even making long-term plans like traveling together, cohabiting, or even introducing each other to their families. Avoidants are typically private and don't display their personal lives easily. So if they choose to publicly announce a new relationship, it's a clear sign that they have decided to place the past relationship behind them and focus on a new chapter in their life. However, for avoidant individuals, there is often an imbalance between rationality and emotion, so their new relationship might eventually break down in the same way yours did. Has your ex shown any of the signs mentioned so far? Please comment below with 0, 1, or 2 and keep following to recognize the next signs. Sign 4, they no longer respond to any attempts to reach out. When someone doesn't respond to texts, calls, or even reminders of the good memories between you two, it's a clear sign that they have completely detached from the relationship. For an avoidant person, shutting down emotionally is how they protect themselves from situations that make them uncomfortable. Their silence is not neglect, but a conscious decision to maintain distance and avoid facing emotions. You might think that heartfelt efforts, like sending a touching message or recalling shared memories, will change their mind. But the truth is, when they've chosen not to respond, it's usually not because they don't understand, but because they don't want to continue being involved. This indifference acts as an invisible wall between you and them, signaling that they've emotionally moved on. Is there still hope? Perhaps. But if the silence persists and there's no sign of change, you need to ask yourself, am I holding on to something that's already gone? Love is easy to recognize. If you don't feel it, then it's no longer there. However, with an avoidant person, understanding their psychology is more complex than usual, so let's continue exploring. Sign 5. They pull away as soon as you mention reconciliation. One of the clearest signs that they don't want to get back together is when they avoid or retreat. As soon as you bring up reconciliation, for example, you might say, "We've had so many good memories. Could we sit down and find a way to work through the difficulties?" If their response is something like, "I think there's nothing to discuss anymore," or "let's just let things end here," it shows they are not willing to face their emotions or make an effort to save the relationship. This action shows that they are unwilling to confront their emotions or invest any effort into the relationship. For an avoidant person, discussing emotions or expectations often feels like pressure, and they seek to maintain control by avoiding the conversation. Instead of trying to open up, they will find ways to keep their distance and protect their comfort zone. This is important because if they truly still cared, they wouldn't completely refuse the conversation. Even if they were anxious, they would at least consider or share their thoughts. What should you do if they continue to avoid the conversation? This is the time to respect their decision and focus on yourself. Trying to pull them back will only hurt you more deeply. Avoidants often lack healthy communication skills, so even if you and your ex reconcile, the unresolved issues will only bring you back into the cycle of breakups. Sign 6. They don't feel jealousy or have any strong emotions about you. A clear but often overlooked sign is the complete indifference of the avoidant person. In the past, they might have reacted with anger, jealousy, or arguments when mentioning you or the past relationship. Those emotions, even though negative, still indicated that they cared. However, if you now notice that they don't react to anything, no jealousy when you post pictures with someone new, no sadness when recalling old memories, or even no interest in what you're doing, this is a sign that they have truly closed off emotionally. This silence and indifference show that they no longer invest any energy in thinking about you. Indifference is the final emotional state when someone has truly let go. They no longer feel sad, angry, or any emotion related to you. For the avoidant person, this is their way of asserting that the relationship belongs to the past and no longer affects them. They may act like this for a while, but watch my video on the emotions and time after a breakup for avoidance. After a certain period, they might start to remember you, even though their actions truly reflect rejection. Sign 7. They keep emphasizing that it's over. Avoidant people are often not good at expressing their emotions or facing issues in a relationship, but if they repeatedly emphasize that it's over or even say things like, "I don't want to get back together," or "don't hope anymore, we're done," it's a sign that they want to make a clear break. Their bluntness is usually not a random act or impulsive words. On the contrary, It often comes from having thought things through carefully and feeling the need to draw a clear line to avoid any misunderstandings on your part. These affirmations may break your heart, but they are also an important reminder that they no longer intend to rebuild the relationship. Sign 8. They've rewritten the history of the relationship. When they start saying things like, "We never really got along," or "I always felt this relationship was a mistake," it's a sign they are rewriting the history of your relationship to rationalize their decision to leave. The beautiful memories that once made you believe in the uniqueness of the relationship may now be belittled or completely denied by them. This behavior not only helps them reduce feelings of guilt, but also serves to reinforce their determination to cut off all emotional ties. By viewing the past negatively, they create a new narrative in which leaving you becomes the right and necessary choice. When they change their perspective on the relationship, they're not only preventing you from moving forward, but also convincing themselves that there's no reason to go back. This makes reconciliation nearly impossible, as they've denied even the good foundations the relationship once had. For example, if you mention a memorable trip, they might respond, "Back then, I was just trying for you. I wasn't truly happy." Such words not only hurt, but also show that they have emotionally closed off. See this as a signal to let go. A good relationship wouldn't need to rewrite history, and you deserve that. Sign 9. They don't care about shared memories. When shared memories that once bonded you and them no longer evoke any emotion or longing, it's a clear sign they've let go of the relationship. Favorite songs, special places, or memories that used to make both of you smile are now met with indifference from them. This not only shows that they've moved emotionally away from you, but also that they're disconnecting from the past to protect themselves from emotions they don't want to face. For many, beautiful memories are what keep hope alive and make them feel that the relationship still has meaning. But when you realize they no longer care about what once was special, it's a sign they've moved on. They may dismiss these memories as if they were never important or deliberately ignore them to avoid being pulled back into old emotions. For example, you might mention a special evening when you both watched fireworks, and they coldly reply, "I don't even remember that detail. You probably enjoyed it more than I did." This shows they're not just disconnecting emotionally, but actively trying to erase the meaning of those memories. And now I will reveal the final sign. Sign 10. They focus on building their own life. When someone starts devoting all their attention and energy to building their own life, such as advancing their career, pursuing personal hobbies, or setting new goals, without any intention to reconnect with you, it's a clear signal that they have truly moved on. This shows that they are looking toward a future in which you are no longer a part. An avoidant person often uses focusing on themselves as a way to cope with the end of a relationship. They don't want to face the complicated or painful emotions, so they shift their attention to things they can control. This not only helps them feel more stable, but also creates a clear distance from the past. Instead of searching for signs that they still care, look at the fact that they are choosing a different path. This isn't a negative thing, but an opportunity for you to do the same. Rather than focusing on their lack of contact, ask yourself, what can I do to build a life that I'm proud of? Turn this pain into motivation to invest in yourself, whether it's in your career, mental health, or new relationships. Life doesn't stop when a relationship ends. It opens a new chapter where you can explore possibilities you never thought about before. They've moved on, and you deserve to do the same. Advice for you? Accept, let go, and aim for a better version of yourself. Accepting the truth that you and that person have broken up is not easy, but it is the first step to healing. Clinging to hope or fantasizing about an unrealistic future will only cause you more pain and keep you trapped in suffering. Instead of torturing yourself, see the breakup as an opportunity for you to rediscover yourself and build a better life. Become a person of value, not only in the eyes of others, but most importantly in your own eyes. Invest in yourself, develop your career, focus on your health, and expand your knowledge. When you become the best version of yourself, you will not only feel happier, but will also attract people who truly deserve you. Remember, true love is not about holding on to someone who doesn't belong to you. It's about finding someone who is willing to stand by your side and cherish you. The right person won't make you feel exhausted or like you need to prove yourself. They will love you for who you are. Don't let the past hold you back. Let the breakup be a lesson that helps you grow. When you confidently move forward, you will realize you deserve better, and that better is waiting for you in the future. Thank you for watching the video. If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate your time and attention. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on today's video. Did these signs help you find the answers you were looking for? Is there any part you feel needs more explanation? Every love story, whether happy or sad, is an important part of our journey. If you feel like sharing your own story or have something that's troubling you, please leave a comment below. I'd love to listen and accompany you. Don't forget to like, share this video with those who need it, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I wish you strength and the true happiness you deserve.